The duality of man, good versus evil, light against darkness. Every person has these two creatures on their shoulders, one saying, Elliott, do the right thing, be nice to Curated, it's not their fault they don't know any better. And then the demon on my other shoulder, Elliott, grill them. They have more subscribers, it's a larger channel, and it's mostly disinformation. I'm torn. I'm always torn. I never know what to do. Hi, my name's Elliott. If you're new to the channel, you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews, and welcome. We are going to be talking about Curated. I've been on the fence talking about them. Part of the reason I've been on the fence, honestly, is because I recently started learning to river surf, and I am so bad at it, like really bad. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm on my fourth day now, and I'm constantly just swimming because I get 1 foot on the board and then I flip, and then I get 2 feet on the board and then I don't know what to do and I wash out. So I'm gaining a deeper respect for beginners, and I have had people who have been really supportive while I've been learning. So I've been learning to be less critical. So for a while, I've kind of taken a break making fun of Curated, looking at their bad content. But man, some of these ski reviews are so wrong that I've decided I'm not gonna make fun of the people skiing as much because it's not their fault. They are going under the nomenclature Curated expert, which I think is really unfortunate because it tends to make me more critical of their skiing. The problem with Curated honestly boils down to that it's not a bunch of total beginners. I mean, some of them teeter on it, but they're mostly intermediate skiers, but they're also not pros either. So they're in this weird area where they don't seem to know how little they know, if that makes any sense, right? Their confidence doesn't quite match their ability or their knowledge, so they end up saying a bunch of weird stuff. And the really big problem with doing that kind of thing is that it creates a ton of disinformation for consumers or for just skiers within the ski community. It creates a bunch of misinformation or misunderstanding of concepts. They'll take some kind of marketing terms and kind of twist them in a weird way to something that doesn't make sense. At least that's what I've seen with previous videos. Now, I watched a little bit of this video and I decided that it's worth correcting. I don't mean to just beat up on Curated all the time, but man, their videos are not good, and some of the stuff needs to be corrected just to set the record straight, just to make sure that people understand that this stuff is not accurate that they're telling you. Some of it is, but some of it is way off the mark. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. This is the 2021 Headcore 93. This ski did not change from the ones that I reviewed. I really like the Headcore 93. It was one of my favorite skis value-wise. I think it's a very diverse ski that can go on a lot of different parts of the mountain. I think it provides a ton of value. The prices on it are so aggressive and so good. It's just a very competent ski that hits all of the check marks. It goes off trail well, it carves well, it's responsive, it is not overly stiff but still gives you good stability. So it has a lot going for it, and it's one of my favorite skis, especially budget-wise. If you're looking for bang for your buck, I think the ski is right up there with the QST 92 and the Atomic Maverick 88 Ti. But without further ado, now that you know kind of some background on the ski, let's see what Curated thinks. Also, before I forget, please consider liking and subscribing. That's a free way to support the channel. I hate interrupting the videos to do this, but we are a growing channel and it really helps.
Today we are testing the Headcore 93 ski. We're going to see what our experts have to say about how Head has delivered with their new model this season. This is a ski that Head markets as being lightweight, supremely versatile, an easygoing ride that can handle any terrain the mountain throws at it. Just to get a few things clear, we are not sponsored by any brand in particular, and we are not being paid to review these products. These are the genuine opinions of our Curated ski experts.
Okay, we'll talk about the skiing. We will get to that, I promise. I'll address the elephant in the room. Okay, the first thing I want to comment on, I've already said it a million times, so I won't say the thing about them not being biased, because everybody's biased. I will say, this is a ski that can take anything the mountain throws at it. That's stretching it a little bit. You know, that's some sales talk. That's oh yeah, this is a go anywhere, do anything ski. It's not. It's really versatile. It can go on a lot of different terrain, but if you had a deep powder day, the ski really doesn't handle it. Headcore 105, excellent option for that. If you've got short radius and you're going on like some less steep terrain, or like you're on the East Coast with shorter terrain and you want short radius turns, it's kind of there. It's hard to get them really going without washing out your turns. You might want a Headcore 87. This ski sits in a sweet spot where you could enjoy most of the mountain. I always feel like it's a big oversell when people say, oh, this can handle anything the mountain could throw at it. It's like, really? Can it handle deep powder? No. Could it handle like really steep, short turn terrain? It could do it, but not fun. I don't know. It's a really great ski, but there's lots of things, especially in Salt Lake City, that a mountain could throw at it that it really wouldn't handle the best. It could get by. It can handle most of it, but I don't know. It gives people a false sense of security, and these are kind of buzzwords that salespeople say just to get people to pull the trigger and purchase it. I know, because I've worked in ski shops. From the ages of like 15 to 20, basically, I worked in ski shops, and I know the little sizzle things. Oh, this'll take anything you throw at it. Like, come on, okay.
So I just got done riding the Headcore 93, and overall, this ski is a ton of fun. I came from a racing background, and at a certain point, racing stopped being fun for me. This ski is like a race ski, but more fun. The ski performs exceptionally well at speed.
Okay, I forgot to talk about the skiing. And honestly, I was gonna let it go. But he says he comes from a ski racing background until ski racing stopped being fun. What age did you stop ski racing? J6s? Oh my god, I'm so old. They don't even call it that anymore, do they? They call them like U10s or something. This is bad skiing. It's fine for getting down the hill. It's fine for the average person. It's like intermediate level, but it's got this air of, oh, because I've ski raced ever, I have authority and this is legitimate. It's not. This is very like lean into your turn, wash out your downhill ski, and just bopping along. Is it super egregious? No, but it's not great. And the problem is when you don't have good downhill pressure, you're not really feeling all the nuance out of the ski. And so you're like, oh, this ski's not chattery, it's a great ski. It's like, no, the ski's doing some cool things. It's giving you a bunch of energy back out of your ski. It's fine. It's like a valid place to come from. You can come from it as an intermediate, but giving yourself like this stamp of like, I'm a former ski racer and I can tell you this will take anything you could throw at it. It's like, you're kind of skiing in an intermediate way. The ski is handling anything you're throwing at the ski, but you don't have that much downhill pressure and you don't have that much going on that you're really feeling the ski fully. I feel like a broken record, but I would let it slide, but there's this air of arrogance here that really is unearned.
And that is kind of surprising given how light it is, and that's really what makes this ski special, is that it is extremely light, one of the lightest skis in this category, and yet it is remarkably stable. That the lightness comes at no cost to performance.
Okay, that's not totally true though. It comes at a cost of dampness. It comes at a cost of how the skis with like momentum when you get into really soft, heavy spring skiing snow. I mean, for most people it doesn't matter. The ski is great. It is very high performing for how light it is, and its lightness is one of its big features. But if you really are like focused on that, go with the Headcore 87. It's lighter, it's narrower. What else did he say? The lightness comes at no cost. Everything comes at a cost. It's not that you're suffering in certain areas, like it's a perfectly stable ski and it's not like it's, you know, flapping around, but there is a difference between this ski and like a Stockli Storm Rider in dampness. There's a difference between this and a Nordica Enforcer 99, the 2025 version. There is a difference. There's always a choice and always a sacrifice made in one direction or another.
This particular model of the Headcore is 93 millimeters at the waist, and actually has a healthy amount of early rise in the tip, as well as a decent amount of tail rocker for a ski of this weight.
Healthy meaning it has some. This is stuff I did with my early reviews when I wasn't quite sure how to say it. It's got a healthy amount of early rise. No, it doesn't. It's got a little bit, but there's really not much. It's got more camber than anything. I mean, look at it. There is not much rise and rocker to this. And I've had someone on my comments correct me. They're talking about how I misuse splay. I think I'm using it right. Splay is basically the difference from like this. If you're gonna map out a trajectory of a flat ski versus the tip going out, this is like, it's splaying out. It's a geometrical term. Maybe I'm misusing it. It's possible. But anyway, these skis don't have a ton of splay. I'm not sure what this guy's talking about already.
The head core is not the stiffest ski ever, but because it's loaded full of carbon for a ski of its weight, especially here, you know, the tip and the tail are pretty forgiving, but especially right here close to your boot, they're actually a pretty stiff ski.
They're perfectly stiff. What is this guy talking about? They're perfectly stiff, and all skis are softer towards the tips and tails than they are towards the middle. They put usually more wood or more carbon through it, but it's usually thicker that way because that's where all of your weight is, on the middle, and there's less on the front. And because when you flex a ski, you want the tip to be the first thing to initiate because you're going tip to tail on the snow. This is nonsense. Oh, it's a little softer in the tip. Yes, if you ever flexed another pair of skis, they all do that. They almost all do that. I need to cool down. It's like 100 degrees right now and I'm gonna lose it. Okay, let's just get through this. Let's just finish it, okay?
Core 93 is not a powder ski. And honestly, for those people who live out west, it's even a little narrow for sort of a daily driver one ski.
What? First of all, daily driver and one ski quiver are different things. Let's just like be clear on that. But two, it's not wide enough for a daily driver on the West Coast? You're in Salt Lake City. What would you daily drive? Are you joking? 93 isn't wide enough now. We're gonna be daily driving 104s. What is this guy talking about? Also, a one ski quiver is different than a daily driver. Daily driver is the majority of the terrain. One ski quiver is like, I only have one ski, I need it to be suitable for all terrain. Oh my God. Let's watch him ski, I guess.
Of everything I've skied today, which is like 5 or 6 skis, this is absolutely my favorite. And I would say that if there's one ski that made me feel like I was a really good skier, this was it.
Not Thomas again. How does he find his way into every review? I swear to God. This guy is like cilantro. He's just on everything. Oh my God, okay.
It was really easy to initiate turns, but had a lot of edge hold. Was not able to ski it in any sort of deep powder, but on the groomers for ripping groomers wide open at high speed, this was really maneuverable, really easy. You could turn it sideways, really fun.
Oh, this guy does the thing where he kind of like, shh, shh. It's fine, but you're not gonna feel downhill pressure. Thomas, if you want some free advice, your pull plant is meant to like drive you through the turn. You're kind of using it to bop around. You need to really ski with your feet. You're kind of like got your feet super close together and you're almost like a uniboard washing around. Pressure your downhill ski.
I would recommend this ski to progressing intermediate to advanced and expert skiers who like to go fast and who find themselves on hard pack a lot of the time and don't get to venture too far out into the steep and deep.
So I would definitely recommend this to anyone who is a strong skier and wants something a little lighter, or maybe even an intermediate skier who wants something that they can kind of push themselves on, but won't be too much right out of the gate.
So there are obviously a lot of skis to choose from, and we would love to help you get on the right path.
These guys totally missed the mark on this ski. This ski is not meant for, I mean, it could be fine for intermediate skiers, but an advanced skier can enjoy this as well. It carves so well, but they never got to that point, so they're kind of just recommending off of what they felt. It's a very diverse ski. It gives you a very nice feeling washed out turn. It gives you a good carving turn. It's very responsive. It has a lot of different shape it can take. You're not really locked in. Like some skis that are a little damper, they really are kind of like, this is the radius. The head core is versatile not only in conditions, but also in its turn radius. It's really fun. It's very responsive. I hate when people say, it's a ski that likes to go fast. My man, you could take a plastic lunch tray and put the right wax on it and it would like to go fast. That has nothing to do with the ski. I hate when people say that. It's a nice ski. It's very versatile in the terrain it can go in and the type of turns it can make. But these other things, it's light for what it is. It's stable for what it is. It's not the most damp, but it's a very fun daily driver ski. But what these guys are talking about is almost entirely nonsense. Curated, I said I wasn't going to be mean to you, but you guys make it really hard because you're just so overly confident in stuff that you don't understand that you end up speaking nonsense. There were parts of this video where if you told me AI wrote this, I would have believed you, because it just is like spewing out kind of marketing ski words, ski lingo without the right context for it that just makes no sense. And I know I'm not alone. I talk to other ski creators who also don't really like what Curated is doing for the ski industry. I'll keep that to myself for now, but this is a good example of why. It's just way overly confident for the skier's ability in general. And also, like, one, they're not getting enough pressure. Two, I don't see a lot of these Curated experts do other skis. I know I was ripping on Thomas, but honestly, at least you see him do other skis, so he's probably got some context. This is just a bad review, and you see Curated reviews everywhere. They are just littered throughout the internet, and I knew I was gonna be nicer. I'm a beginner myself with surfing, but you know what? It's not about being a beginner or advanced that gives someone authority. It's about your understanding of how little you understand. There are sectors of skiing that I don't understand very well. Backcountry skiing, telemark skiing. And I'll tell you when I don't know stuff, but these guys are just doubling down on nonsense that they don't understand. So anyway, Curated, with that being said, I'm coming back for you. It's summertime and you're back on my radar. So finally, that's the end of the video. I don't know what to say about these guys any more than I have. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. We also have memberships down below so you can see videos early. You can get access to my advice if you want advice on your skis. But honestly, as always, more than anything, just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys take time out of your day to watch my content. If you want to be able to buy these skis or other skis I recommend that I found on sale for the summer, I will have those linked down below. But more than anything, just thanks for being here and thanks for spending your time with me. As always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.